Hello, this video is to show you a way to use Excel to calculate your homework average, since I'm going to be dropping 6 out of the 23 assignments. And there's no real good way to do that in Pearson, so you will not see anything correct in the average on the homework. So I'm going to show you how to do it, only just for your own edification. That way you're going to see how I'm going to do it. And if you never want to do this, that's fine too. If you think, okay, my score is good enough. But if you're curious and want to calculate your average, this is a good way to do it. And one way, of course, is you could just look at there's 6 out of 23 or drop the best 17. You could go through and add up your best 17 and then divide by 17. That will do it. But this is an interesting way to use Excel to do it. So the first thing is I'm going to label them 1 through 23. And it's important that that says homework 01 for the first one instead of just 1 for how I copy this. So I'm going to grab the bottom right corner. We'll drag this down. Oh, too far. And there it puts me at 23. And I'm going to put a 0 here for every score, because to make sure it does the average command correctly, because it may, if there was a blank score there, it probably would ignore it. So it needs to have a 0. Well, actually, maybe it doesn't, but that's okay. It doesn't hurt what I just did. All right, so what you're going to do is enter your scores, each homework score. So, and I'm just going to make up some numbers right here. Obviously, at this point, if you have 17 100s, you're done with homework for the course. I mean, unless you just need to do some to practice for whatever reason. I'll put some hundreds in there if you're taking the optional final. And one thing I'll mention while I'm just typing up these numbers, so your strategy in completing the homework is now you want to take the ones that you've progressed the farthest along in and get those scores to be as high as possible. It'd be, turning lower scores up a little bit, it's not going to do much if it's going to be dropped. But if you can get some other ones up to the highest point they can be, that would be the way to go. If you're, with only dropping 6, though, so that's important to realize. 90. Oh, that's not right. So we're shooting, for the 17 highest scores we can get. I'll just put some low ones in here. Maybe we're dropped behind a little bit toward the end. Understandable. And then, of course, you'll be able to, as you change one of these, you can, go back and edit this. I'll show you how to do that after we get this going. And if maybe there's some you haven't done, just leave those. Maybe, you know what I'll do? Let me just leave a few of these as zeros. And that's okay. I'll say just 4 of them. All right. Ones that haven't been attempted. So what we want to do is we want to come over here and you see it's showing, now what it's doing right now is just averaging the first 17 assignments. That's not technically correct, because we need to have this to where it averages the 17 best assignments. So I want to do this, and I'm going to grab this and both columns and drag down the middle. Oh, wait, something, okay, let me try this again. Something didn't look, all right. Data, sort. I want to sort by column B, the numbers. And by group holding on to all that, that means it keeps the assignment with the number, which is important, which I'll explain. And I'm going to come over here, and I've got this set up to do mine as largest to smallest. So it needs to go downward, so that way it'll get the best 17 scores. And there we go. See, obviously he's got the 500s right there at the top or whatever. So, and now it's showing you that your average at that point is 90. So let's say we want to undo this, and you're going to be possibly, coming back in and finishing assignments and then checking your average again. You don't need to do this that frequently. I wouldn't, like, every time you change an assignment, you don't have to do it. You can if you finish one, but it's up to you how frequently you want to do this to keep it updated. That's totally up to you, because I will be doing this solely based on once it's completely finished. Now I'm going to grab all these again like I did a minute ago. And like so, then I'm going to go data, sort again, except this time I'm going to sort by column A. And it says Z to A. I want to go A to Z, because that means that it'll take the numbers and go back to the way we were. That's what I'm trying to get back to. And let's see if that worked. And it did. So then you get back in this form and you want to go back and revise some scores. So let's say go back. Okay, let's say my homework 3 is now 100. That one's a 100. Let's say the 60 is now a 95. The 0 is a 90. I'll leave another 0 there. There's 100. There's 100. All right, that's good enough. So then I'm going to go back real quick. I'll do a little quicker this time. Now we're going to do what we did the first time. We're going to sort them numerically. So we go data, sort by column B, and then largest to smallest. And okay. And now you see in the D1 here, so it's showing the average formula. Then D1, that shows you your current average after those adjustments. And here are the scores. So then once again, you can undo this by grabbing it and highlighting it again, and then go data sort. And I want to sort back to column A, and I want to go A to Z. And there it has it back in assignment order again, or whatever. So that's basically the process. So you can do that or not do that, whatever you want if you're curious. But keep in mind, the average when in this format right here, that's not correct. Keep in mind that this, until you sort it, it's not correct. It's only going to average the homeworks 1 through 17. But we need to sort them to be the 17 best ones. That's the key. So there it is. There's how you can compute your homework average yourself, and that's exactly how I'm going to be doing it. All right. So that way, when I post your homework average and you think there's an issue, please let me know. All right. Thank you very much.